All right, welcome to episode 2 of the Autistics podcast. So today,
We are going to be reading some funny things that kids have said and funny stories. Do you want to read the first one?
I can. Which one is it?
This one. All the way until just the left thing.
To right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is your mic on?
Yes, my mic.
Okay. Okay. It says, why is it funny? What is a funny story from your life? One of mine was when my best friend in primary school was busted for taking a poo from a tree. What? Taking a poo from a tree?
Oh, thanks.
We were playing in the oval and we dared our friend Dylan to poo from the tree. Oh my Lord. He went and sat on a tall branch and pooed. And as it was halfway falling, one of the teachers came out and busted him. Oh, Lord. About 20 years ago now, and still laugh. Wow.
You should see my face.
Taking a poop from a tree, that's wild. I don't even know who would do that. That's crazy.
Sounds like something Mom's brother would do.
The craziest thing of pooping was not the time with Mom, but with you.
Which time?
Oh no, was it you? No. Was it you or was it Yuki or Yoshi? It was dang, was that Yoshi or Yuki?
As if
We were at the Halloween pumpkin patch. And it was Yoshi.
Yuki did it on the highway.
Well, and Yoshi also did it when we went to Vegas. So we'll start with that one. So we're going to Vegas, and I remember I'm driving, and we're far up to 15. I think we had just we're close. I think we had passed Victorville. I think we were even past Barstow. I think we were even past Baker. We're just like in the middle of nowhere. We're getting close. We're getting close to state line. We're getting close. And I'm driving, and I'm just, I'm kind of driving, I'm kind of, just chilling, just zoning out, because sometimes I just be zoning out. So I'm just driving. I'm like, and your grandpa's in the car, and he's knocked out. He's just knocked out asleep in the passenger seat. And I'm like, what is that smell? And I look back, and your mom's like this too. Like, what is that smell? We didn't know what it was at first. So then your mom checks Yoshi's diaper, and oh my Lord, it was so bad. So I ended up pulling over real quick because it was like, because it was just in the middle. So like people can see us either way because it was just it's a long straight. And so we pull over to the side. Mom gets out, and then mom almost falls because she's just trying to get out the car to change Yoshi as quick as possible.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, do you need help? And she's like, no, I'll just change her real quick. So she changes her, but the smell is so bad. She took the biggest poop. It was steaming almost. I swear there had to be steam coming off that.
Ew.
And mom puts it in the wraps of the diaper, and then mom has like those doggy bag things. She puts it in there, and then we had stopped at Bob's Big Boy. And I forgot where that was, but we stopped at Bob's Big Boy, and or maybe it was past state line. I forgot where we were exactly, but it was before. So we had stopped Bob's Big Boy, and I think it's the one that's I don't even know where that is because I don't even think it's out there anymore. But we had stopped. We got fries because you had to go to the restroom. Oh, everywhere we stopped. We had to stop in Victorville because you had to use the restroom. You had to use the restroom. You just wanted to go inside of Walmart.
Was it I needed to stretch my legs out?
No.
We just all didn't know it.
No, you just got out because you said you had to use the restroom.
Oh my god.
Because you just wanted to get out of each place. So we got out of Victorville, and then we got out a little bit farther than that, and we just kept having to get out. We stopped at the rest stop because you wanted to use the restroom. You didn't even use the restroom. So then we stopped at Bob's Big Boy because you wanted French fries, and you had to use the restroom. And your grandpa was hungry, and I was like, well, Mom wanted something to eat, so I was like, okay, fine. So then we got like a couple big orders of fries in the little big old containers, and so you had finished them, and because we ate some there, and then we got in the car and we're driving. Everybody like finished all the food. We had zucchini and onion rings and stuff like that. So we had the big container, the big styrofoam container. So Mom puts the diaper in the styrofoam container, closes that, and then we had like another sealed like container thing. Like we had, I forgot, it was like cookies or something. So it was a big dome. So we ended up putting it in there, and then we put it in a grocery bag and tied it up. And I swear we could almost smell it still through there.
Oh my god! So we doing it like a bomb.
And then so we were joking that if we should have just threw it out on the highway, but when we're coming back from Vegas, one of the raccoons or something is going to be having and throw it back at us at the car because it was bad. So that was one bad poop story. One other one was you were little and you pooped so much. This was crazy. You pooped so much. It didn't just go up your back. And it was like within minutes. I don't know what happened to you. Because you were like, I know you were like around 1 or 2 or something like that. And it was like, because I was always asking you if you had to go to the restroom or whatever. And you had that look and you pooped so much, it went all the way up and it was on the back of your shoulders. And you did it when you were a baby too, like you were real young and you did it till you pooped so much and so fast, it just went all the way up and it was in the top part of your onesie.
You never thought to get me checked for the stomach problems I have now?
It was crazy. I was like, wow, this girl be pooping.
The only one I remember is
Mom. And you've always done that too. You've always had big old crazy poops. Because when we moved into Manzanita,
oh yeah,
you went
my stomach hurt
and blew up that house before we even were gonna rent it, just to go look at it, and you tore that bathroom.
She said up. I could use the restroom.
Yeah, no one's gonna say that ever again. And then your friend, you went to Aldi and you pooped so bad, and that she got cancer. So I don't know. I think you pooped so bad you gave her cancer. Like
that is not the reason why. She's had it before, but
I don't know, because you never told us about it, and you said you went poop at that and she had to clean it, and then she like passed out and died, and then she was taken to the hospital, and then she had cancer. So like it seems like
no, she had it before.
She had it before?
She's like Mom. She doesn't go to the doctor. She thought just like the marijuana was gonna help.
She's like, the water I drink, so I'll drink some alkaline water.
And because she doesn't eat, like she's like me, she can't eat, so she just thought, oh well, tumors will go away on their own.
And then you went in there and went to the bathroom, and then you activated her.
Look, I left early that day. I left early that day. Forgot I had to use the restroom, so when I got over there, I was like, okay.
How you forget to use the restroom? That is hilarious. So I guess we'll go on to what's your little story part 2.
This one says, "What my phone will stop. What's the funniest thing a kid has said to you? I'm not supposed to tell you this, but the doctor said my dad is fat."
Oh dang! Dang, that's crazy.
Another one says, my daughter asked why she can't just quit school. I told her it was against the law and I'll go to jail. And my sweet, sweet child looked up at me and said, I'll visit you.
That's pretty much what you had said when you were around the kids' age. You were like, you didn't want to go to school. You're like, I was like, you got to go to school. You're like, I know. And you were, and the times that we had to go do tests and everything else, and you're around all these other crazy kids, you were like, I don't want to go to school no more. And I was like, Mia, you have to go to school. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do this or that when you get older. And you're like, it's okay. I don't have to. I was like, man. And you would say that if I was like, oh, if I had to go to jail, you'd be like, okay, well,
I will visit you.
I'll visit you, man. Like, you know, we'll send you care packages. We'll see you on visiting days. You'll be on the thing with the phone, and you'll put your hand to the mirror. And you'll be like, Dad, I love you. I can see if I was in jail right now, as you'd be like, Dad,
do some vlogs.
So, like, get your hand off the window. Like,
do some vlogs.
Gonna vlog me from jail? That's crazy.
I'm gonna be like podcast while you're in jail.
Yeah, my R. Kelly, I'll be singing like I'll be doing like R. Kelly. He did a song about me doing the podcast. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to do the FaceTime ones. We're gonna have the 2 squares on the video. I'm just gonna be in there in a jumpsuit. I'm be like, yeah. So it sucks here because it sucks because I'm here because of you. And
we started a podcast.
Yeah, we started a podcast. It's called The Criminal and the One Who Put Him There. Like that's the podcast gonna be called. Like, yeah, that's exactly what hability
I'll visit you then. You see what I did with Malika and Marie? Literally,
you visit your friends in the hospital, and then you ended up having to go to the hospital, and we had to take you from. They took you to. They had their ER, as the kids say, because your ambulance says ER.
Oh my God.
Took you from Kaiser, or because you were at Kaiser, so they just took you downstairs or down to the ER. And then you were in there dying, and Mom's in there. Mom was like, nah, we're not gonna stay here. And then so I had to come pick you guys up, and then I had to drive you to Loma Linda to the hospital. And then you were just dying there too. And they brought you back to life.
I almost died walking to tell about my chest. The nurse, she was all, well, where were you before?
Upstairs.
I was in Kaiser visiting friends, and she was all, is that just a hangout spot?
She's like, yeah, it's a hangout spot for my friends, because all my friends got disabilities.
Well, I don't know if you see me. Well, actually, yeah, you did, because remember that one time I ran out of the house and I just ran to Kaiser because I got that phone call from the nurse. So obviously you.
Were you running? I can't really tell because like when you run, it look weird because like you had your leg braces and stuff on. So it's kind of odd.
I was speed walking out of the house.
It looks like a robot. It looked crazy. Because you got your leg braces, your arm brace. Now we gotta get you another arm brace.
I'm not wearing.
So you're gonna have 2 arm braces like that. You're just gonna have 2. You're gonna be like,
I'm not wearing that one.
Okay. Yes, you are. The doctor's gonna. If you don't wear it, the doctor's gonna. He told us to get you one anyway. So now you're gonna have 2. And then they're gonna probably talk about having the compression things have all the way up your body and everything. You could be all just. We literally just got to get a bubble for you.
I'm gonna hurt myself in the bubble.
Probably.
I'm gonna pass out like. Somehow hit the table.
I'll make sure. Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure. Because.
Okay, this one says, I asked my 5-year-old, sounds like mom.
Uh-oh.
I asked my 5-year-old what she would like for dinner, and she said not a burnt quesadilla, because in the summer of 2019, I overcooked one side of her quesadilla.
Oh, man. That's like you guys and Mom's Mickey Mouse pancakes.
Oh my God.
But even before that, it was we were living in San Bernardino, and this is back in 2000 and would that be like 8? Something like that. I think it's like 2008.
I lived in San Bernardino?
Yeah.
Is that where I get the attitude from?
Or like 9 maybe? Like 2009 maybe, I think it was.
Is that where the bird pooped on the car? when you
No,
got
that
away?
was the wagon.